Today we're going to be learning how to work the magic loop method. This method can be used to knit hats, mittens, or even gloves with fingers, socks, or any other project in the round. You'll want to have one long circular needle of at least 32 inches from point to point, and remember to soak the cable in hot water so it's nice and flexible. So let's get started. We have our yarn and our 32-inch circular needle with a nice flexible cable. To begin, I'm going to assume that you know how to cast on using the long tail cast on method. So we create a slip knot, place that onto our needle, and begin to cast on our stitches. I'm going to work an even number of stitches, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay, we have 11 stitches, so I'm casting on another one for a total of 12 stitches on the needle. And now we're going to begin the actual magic loop method. Divide your stitches in half, slide them down onto your cable, and pull a loop through the center. Now that we have our stitches evenly divided, take the side of stitches that does not have the yarn attached and slide the needle down into those stitches. Pull the other needle so that you have some working cable. Make sure your stitches are not twisted. And we begin knitting. Remember to knit the stitches on the needle that does not have the yarn attached. Give a slight tug on the first and second stitch to prevent ladders. Ladders are simply stretches of yarn that were not pulled tightly and are unsightly and unnecessary. Now, we have now worked half of the first round. Bring your yarn over and toward you, pinch the needle and the cable, and begin to slide the cable down through. Next, rotate the work. Pull the back needle free and push the forward needle down onto the stitches. Like so. Position the yarn and begin knitting as before, giving a slight tug on the first and second stitch. Knit the remaining stitches in the round, and we have completed round 1. To continue, we simply go round and round as we have just done. I'll show you again. You pull the yarn over the needle and toward you. Pinch the needle and the cable. Slide the cable, pull the back needle free, push the stitches up onto the forward needle, and continue knitting. Again, give a slight tug on the first and second stitch and work the remaining stitches as you normally would. Up and over, pinch, slide, rotate, pull the back one, and push the forward needle onto the stitches. And we begin to knit again. Pull the yarn over. You do not want to pull it under. As you can see, when you twist, you will have created an extra stitch. So pull the yarn over and toward you, rotate, slide your needles, and continue working. To bind off in the magic loop method, it's essentially the same as normal. Position your yarn, knit the first 2 stitches, slide the first stitch over the second, and I'm assuming you've done this before, so I'll speed through this. Now, when you get to the final stitch on this half of the round, leave that stitch on the needle, turn the work, slide the needle onto the stitches so that essentially your needle points are facing. Position the yarn and continue to bind off. And now we've completed a circular object using the magic loop method. I hope you enjoy.